students, so we will be continuing our discussion on an overview of financial accounting and reporting. Then we'll relate it to CFAS. Okay. Now, we are done with the discussion of the why. So, apat na lang natitira sa atin. And of course, we're going to start with the who. And sinong karelasyon natin dito? The forms of business, and that would be sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. We know that among the three, it's only the corporation who has the legal personality. The rest, such as the partnership and the sole proprietorship, pag namatay ang owner, patay na din ang negosyo. Diba? Kaya tingnan nyo yung mga advantages and disadvantages. Tama, madaling mag-start ng sole proprietorship. Sarili mo lang iniisip mo eh. Isa, dito dalawa may-ari, at dito 5 or more. No? 15. Dapat nga 15, diba? Oh, dahil nag-iisa ka, naturally, limited ang expertise, limited ang resources mo such as your funds, and bilang isang may-ari, you are the one assuming all the risk. Siyempre, pag nag-iisa ka lang, wala kang karelasyon, di ikaw lahat, sapo mo. Samantalang kung partnership, meron kang ka-share sa lahat. Ano yan? Sa hirap at ginhawa, sabi nga. So, yung profit, that would be your benefit. The loss, well, of course, that would be, at your end, your cost. Diba? Okay. So, what is good at partnership and corporation, the skills and talents are pooled and there will be more money available. But with corporation, what is a better um, advantage would be the ownership is transferable. Pag ayaw mo na siyang karelasyon, ibigay mo na sa iba. O, diba? And your losses will be limited to your investment. Unlike in this one, you invested 10,000, you might even lose up to 1,000,000, 100,000, di ba? But in a corporation, you invest 10,000, you lose 10,000. Okay? So that's what is good in corporation. And yun nga sabi ko, class, he is the only one with the legal entity. May persona siya. Okay? Now, sino ang karelasyon sa tatlo? Nung FAR, siyempre, ang karelasyon niya, sole proprietorship. So, ito yung pinag-aralan nyo lang last sem, sole proprietorship. Kaya may subject kayong partnership and corporation, nakasabay ng financial accounting and reporting. Okay? Ngayon, ang kasabay nyo sa CFAS ay cost accounting. So, pag cost accounting, lahat din ng forms, sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, iisa i-apply nyo dyan na konsepto. Sa CFAS, ganon din, class. Karelasyon nyo yung tatlo. Okay? So, ngayon, marami na kayong karelasyon. Noong nakaraang SEM, inintroduce sa inyo sino ang makakarelasyon nyo sa magkaibang subject o course. Okay? Then, ano ang tawag doon sa mga nakarelasyon mo sa firm? Pwedeng siya si Certified Public Accountant or si Bookkeeper at si Controller. Anong kaibahan yan? Pag sinabing Bookkeeper, isang function lang ng accounting ang ginagawa mo. At ano to? Recording. Or anong tawag? Sabihin nyo nga sa akin, what do you call the recording of the transaction? That's your experience point. Okay? And then, of course, if you are the controller, you're at the top of the organization. Kung ang bookkeeper nandito, okay, si controller nandito yan. Okay? Andiyan si controller. Si CPA, pwede yan at all levels, depending on the possession that he's taking. Okay? So, yung accountant, yung CPA, ano yan, class? Pwede siyang nandito sa strategic, sa tactical, or operational. Okay? But when you say bookkeeper, definitely you are at the operational level. And when you say you are a controller, definitely you are at the strategic level. No? The upper level of management. Then what is the principle applied? when it comes to who? Of course, entity. Ano ang sinasabi sa entity? Trabaho lang to, walang personalan. That the owner, okay, and the firm, the business, are two separate individual. Kahit na sole proprietorship ka pa, hiwalay. Hiwalay ang treatment niyan. Halimbawa, may sari-sari store ka. Kumuha ka, ala kayong ulam. Kumuha ka ng sardinas. No? Pag ikaw ay sari-sari store, ano yun? That would be a withdrawal. Okay? Kailangan naman, nakakita na ba kayong may-ari na binayaran niya yung kinuha niya dun sa negosyo niya? Hindi. Kaya magiging withdrawal yon. Okay, so that's your business entity concept. No? That you assume the personality of the owner and the firm are two different individuals. Okay? Sabi nga, walang personalan, trabaho lang. Okay, now, let's take a look at the business organization. Okay? Yung FAR, anong tinake up nyo? Ito. Service and merchandising. Okay? When you take up your partnership and corporation, it focuses more on the reporting of the stockholders' equity. No, the capital section, the partners' equity, how you are going to differentiate it. Okay, kasi you are in a partnership and corporation or corporate form. And the recording of service business and merchandising, whether it be sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, it's exactly the same. Okay? And manufacturing business, that's your focus in cost accounting. Okay? So, inclined siya doon. Kasi, itong FAR nyo, ito yung unang diniscuss sa inyo, service and merchandising, and then yung cost sa manufacturing. Of course, our subject matter, lahat yan tatlo na yan. Okay? So, whatever concept we're going to learn from CFAS can be applied to service, merchandising, manufacturing, to sole proprietorship, and your partnership and corporation. So, ano siya? All for one, one for all. Yung sipas nyo, yung concept, assumptions, and principle that you're going to learn here. Okay? And, so, yan na yun, no? Nire-remind lang kayo na sa FAR, it's service-based company and merchandising that you have actually learned. No? And the principle applied, again, it is the separation between the business, the firm, the organization with the owner. Okay? So that is again your entity concept. Now, I asked you before, as your experience point, what are the accounting functions? And your accounting functions are 4. Okay? And these are, first, you have to record. And when you say you're recording, you're writing. Okay? And everybody knows what writing is. And then we have classifying. That is, you have to sort. And sorting meant that pagsama-samahin ang magkakaparehas at paghiwalayin ang di magkaparehas. O ganun lang yan, no? And the third one would be summarizing. Summarizing will be condensing. And when you say you condense, you try to present it the shortest way possible in a significant manner. Okay? And the last one is interpreting, which is you have to explain what had been presented in a condensed form. Okay? So these are your accounting functions. Now, if we would like to relate it to accounting and you would like to make use of the jargon term, ano yung gusto nyo man lang maging technical, diba? Hindi nyo lang sinasabing recording, classifying, no? Parang, kaysa sabihin mong, ito yung notebook ko sa accounting, sa econ, sa marketing, diba? Ito na yan. When you record events, transaction, you are journalizing, no? And I opted to make use of um, an action word. You journalize when you record transaction. And you post when you classify transaction. And you prepare financial statement when you summarize the financial transaction. And you do perform financial statement analysis if you are in interpreting phase. And in par, only these three you are going to do pag sa FAR. Okay? Even pag sa cost accounting, ito yung hanggang dito yung inyong scope. Okay? Pati cost accounting, yung tatlong function lang. Okay? Eh ma'am, yung CFAS, ganun din. Yung tatlong function lang din. Now, how we're going to present, okay? How we're going to recognize, and how are we going to put valuation. Okay? That's also in CFAS. Eh ma'am, where are we going? When are we going to have interpreting? If you are in finance, if you are in managerial accounting, okay? Or partly if you are in strategic costs, no? So that is the time that you're going to have your interpreting. But mostly when you are in your first year, ano yan, puro hanggang dito lang kayo sa third function. Pag second year, ayan, may mga interpreting function na yung mga subject nyo. Okay? Then, what's the principle applied when you are recording, classifying, and summarizing? It is balancing between benefit and cost. And we call it, in recognition, as revenue recognition principle and expense recognition principle. What I would like you to do is, as part of your experience point, is to identify, list down what are the revenue recognition and expense recognition principle. Okay? So, thank you. Now, how about when? That will be in our next video. Okay, thank you and good day.